All right, everybody. Cult Lords here. Remote session today.
Yes.
We just
after dark.
Yes. Well, it's almost going to be dark.
Right.
We just spent our Friday afternoon watching The Batman by Matt Reeves.
Yeah.
Robert Pattinson.
Mm-hmm. Dark film noir, definitely.
We thought we would give just a little preview of what we thought, with no spoilers. We will be filming very soon our in-depth review of this. But Dane, without any spoilers, how do you feel coming out of the theater?
Well, I definitely feel really good.
Yes.
It was a great movie. Slow parts, definitely near the middle, but it ended on such a great high note that you walk out of the theater thinking, man, I wish I had a rewind button on here and a couple of those things just to kind of rewatch scenes. So yeah, I highly recommend.
I'm gonna highly recommend it too. We'll give our actual Cult Lords ratings in our in-depth review. But you know, I didn't want to give a Cult Lord rating on this one because after our Matrix review, we saw you know, that our ratings did change, and so we didn't want to do that again. So yeah, we're right in the parking lot, so there might be people walking in and idiots walking around, but
we even got some fire trucks in the background.
Yeah, I think somebody's
hyperventilating at the Batman movie.
There's actually fire trucks, ambulances, and police here, so something went down here at the theater. But Dane, I mean, just real quick, no spoilers. You know, this movie felt different than the other Batman movies, you know?
Oh yeah, well I thought they did a great job. They pulled in that well,
it's the score. It's the
score was really good. There was a lot of quiet moments. I mean, you said, you know, 15 minutes in the movie, it's like, wow, this is totally a film noir version of Batman. Very realistic, very, like, you know, you didn't feel like how ridiculous it kind of got in the comic books. Everything was based in reality. Well, I should say the early Batman.
Right, and it was definitely like watching, you know, some sort of 40s, 50s detective noir. And one thing I did like about this one is, you know, Jim Gordon, Commissioner Jim Gordon.
Lieutenant Gordon.
Lieutenant.
He's not the commish.
He's not the commish.
There's another commission, other guy.
In the past Batmans, he's always just kind of paid lip service to help Batman. But you really felt like this one, they were working together.
Oh, yeah.
To solve the mysteries that are at hand.
Right.
And I really like that team up effect of having Lieutenant Gordon and Batman working together to try to solve these crimes. So.
Well, and this was year 2, right? Because that was the whole thing, is they didn't revisit the whole Bruce Wayne shooting like they pretty much have done in every other movie. They've just referenced it, but this was technically year 2 of Batman.
This is year 2 of Batman.
Still kind of working the things out.
He's still trying to understand what he wants.
And your point about the commissioner and everything like that, I mean, you know, the problem with that, with being year 2, is most people don't believe this guy's really there to be a good guy. Right. So there was that element going on.
The cops don't believe in him. The city doesn't believe in him. The mayor doesn't believe in him. They think he's just a mass vigilante. Right. And that he's part of the bad guys, you know what I mean, basically.
Yeah, I mean, and that was actually one element of the movie I thought they did a really good job of, where you slowly got an understanding that people started trusting him. And then there was a nice big arc that happened in that movie. So,
so Zoe Kravitz playing Selena Kyle, I thought she did a pretty good job. I was really afraid they were going to focus on her a whole lot more than they did from the trailers. I thought this was almost going to be basically Catwoman.
Yes, like they did in the first Michael Keaton one, where it really should have been called the Joker.
Right. So, but it really wasn't. I think they did a good job of putting her into the right scenes at the right times. And what was also interesting is, you look at the villains, and in this movie they feature the Penguin and the Riddler, which you see from the trailers. Right. But they're not dressed in costume. You know, they're not looking jokey. Yeah. They're not the Michael Keaton Batmans. You know, they're not, you know, Jim Carrey's Riddler or, you know, Danny DeVito's Penguin.
Right. It's all based on serious reality. There's no jokiness except, you know, the way the character is.
And in fact, I don't even think they had any really comic relief at all in this movie. I don't even remember laughing at all in this movie, do you?
No, it was only like jokey parts of like the scenes. It was almost like when Batman was staring at people and the cops would be like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, and they would back away.
That would be like the funny part.
That's when you would laugh, yeah, because they were freaking out about who Batman was.
Right.
But you know, it was really good. I love the fact that, you know, the clues kept taking them to different riddles. They had to solve them. I won't tell you what the end game is because that's part of the build-up, which is really awesome. And we'll talk about that in the spoiler review that we do. But, you know, just real quick, wanted to give you guys a shout out, let you know, if you're wondering if you should see the Batman, this is darker, this is grittier, but it's really, really good. It's really a good Batman, and I think Robert Pattinson did a great job.
He did. He captured it. I mean, he had that stare down, and every time he would kind of like look at people, he was slowly like, you know, just to see what they, kind of how they were freaking out when he would walk into a room. I mean, he had a presence.
Now, we're saying this is very realistic. If there was anything that I would think was a little unrealistic was how bulletproof he was in this, but it was still a great movie. Highly recommend it. If you're on the fence about going and seeing it this weekend, you know, go see it. Go see it before everybody's talking about it. So
and try to get your special popcorn hat.
That's right.
We missed out.
We missed out. So, all right, fans, we will come to you very soon with a full review on this. But thanks for spending a few minutes with us as we come out, give you our fresh reaction. Yeah, we'll do the Cult Lords ratings later.
Cult Lords raw.
Yeah.
So what? Peace out.
Peace out.